Dallin Porter, number 34. Kate Kyson Giles, number 2. Coulter Giles, number 1. And number 0, Jayshawn Johnson.
That's correct. Now for the Rockwell Marshals, you've got number 1, Luke Henderson, a junior. Number 2, Roman Howder. He's a senior. Kason Reif, number 13, a junior. Ethan Curl, number 10, wears number 23. Sorry, a sophomore wears number 23. And then Micah Shattuck, a senior, in the middle. Rockwell wins the tip. Here we go. Rockwell Marshals and the Duchesne Eagles. In the corner, Reif. Schauder, ball almost saved. It'll be a turnover on Rockwell.
Yeah, he just threw it away. Miscommunication on the cut, wanting to down screen and coming back up.
Back comes Parker Crum. And again, I watched Parker play as a freshman. He has been starting basketball and football since he's a freshman. I teased him a while ago, said, "You are a 6-year senior." And he just laughed at me. So here we go. With the ball is Kyson Giles. Giles top the key to Crum. Crum steps in and hits the double team. Curl knocks it away and a steal. Howder with it. Howder heading towards the bucket, goes up, a lot of pressure, he puts it in.
Excellent job by Howder to reach and extend the ball outwards away from the defender and the shot blocker, and then finishing it off the glass.
First bucket of the game goes to Rockwell, 2-0. Back comes Giles, that's Coulter with it. Right side to Kyson Giles. Inside, beautiful pass to Porter, wow. Inside, Porter with a nice seal and a beautiful pass inside. Back comes Rockwell, we're all tied at 2. Here's Luke Henderson. There's that quick shot I was talking about. Up and in. Excuse me, up and out. And Kyson Giles with the rebound up to Coulter. Kyson drives in, Euro steps, kicks back out. Johnson back up top to Giles. 22 on the shot clock. We're just underway. 2-2 here at the America First Event Center. Giles right side to Crum. Down to 15. Left side, Giles in the corner to Crum. Crum rises for 3. It's up, no good. Rebound to Reif.
It's a good shot for Crum, and that's the soft spot of a 1-3-1 zone defense that the Rockwell Marshals are running.
Here we go, Reif kicks back out. This is Curl. Curl with the lime green shoes. Back in the corner to Reif, looking underneath. Howder has it, covered by Crum. He'll get into the lane, turn, pivot, left-hand shot up, no good. Good defense by Parker Crum. Crum ahead of the pack, we'll get it to Giles. In the corner to Johnson. Back up to Giles. Crum now over to Kyson Giles. Shot is up from the left side, no good. Rebound to Reif. Both teams misfiring from the outside.
And that was an excellent contest in the corner by the Marshals defense.
Reif with it straight away, covered by Giles. Over to Howder. Howder on the baseline, dribbles around, kicks over, ball knocked down, another steal. Turnover ahead. And it's going to be stolen right back by Luke Henderson.
Yeah, Crum didn't get quite enough on that to get in front of Giles.
Yeah, you're right. He just kind of left it just a little bit short. Not the right kind of English. Back up top to Howder. Howder, the senior for Rockwell. One of the seniors there is to Shattuck. The other senior, up and in.
It was a beautiful pick and roll and an excellent execution.
So 4-2. Giles with the top of the key to Crum. Crum directs traffic back up to Coulter Giles. Knocked away. Coulter with the right hand dribble, drives hard to the bucket. Shot is up, count it, he's fouled.
I think Coulter Giles might be one of the fastest players I've seen play all of yesterday and today. Really quick first step, getting all the way to the basket.
And I didn't see the foul. I think it was on Shattuck, and it was. So first foul to Micah Shattuck. First foul of the game for either team. We're all tied at 4. Second tie of the game. That's broken with the free throw. So the lead goes to the first lead of the game for Duchesne. They lead by 1, 5-4. Howder comes back with it. Covered by Crum. Takes a screen from Reif. Corner to Henderson. Here's that quick 3. It's up. No good. Rebound will be taken by Dallin Porter. Back comes Duchesne. The winner of this one will take on the South Sevier Rams tomorrow at about 11 o'clock. And there's a beautiful take, but a nice defensive play.
It was an elite Euro step move. He just couldn't finish.
Here's Curl on the right side. Missed the layup, just short armed that one. He's wide open. Porter with the board.
And he didn't take a great angle to put it off the backboard. If you're coming from the baseline, you just might want to lay it over the front of the rim.
Yeah, it's a great observation. On the right side, here's Giles. He'll take a long three-point shot. That one's up and in. Coulter Giles feeling it.
And now that the Eagles have hit a three, they might start to stretch out that 1-3-1, whereas it's been really compact for the Marshals so far.
4-point lead for Duchesne. Henderson just blows by, speaking of quickness.
Yeah, excellent first step and just lost eyeballs from the Eagles defense.
Henderson averages 22 a game, the junior, for the Rockwell Marshals. 8-6 our score. Duchesne by 2 with the ball. Coulter Giles, top the key to Porter. Porter shot up and no good. Rims out. Johnson tips it. Howder ends up with the board. Howder brings it up. Man-to-man defense for Duchesne. Shattuck thinks about a three, drives in on Porter. Beautifully done on that left side with the left-hand finish.
That is a strong take by Shattuck, going right into the chest of Porter before putting it off the glass.
Coulter Giles for three, shot up, no good. Reif with the rebound for Rockwell. We're all tied at 8, third tie of the game. Reif underneath to Henderson. Henderson throws it up, no good. Rebound to Crum. Back comes Duchesne. Duchesne's going to be knocked out of bounds by Reif. And Henderson, there have been a couple layups left a little short already. Curl will check out the game for Rockwell, replaced by Nguyen. And it looks like Coulter Giles and Kaysen Giles will check out for the Eagles, replaced by Juno. And let's see who the other person is. There's Crum for three. That one's up and in. Parker Crum. First bucket of the game. Nguyen fakes, goes up, and nicely done right over the top of Stephen Juno.
Yeah, and that shot was created because the Duchesne Eagles transition defense has really been lacking in this first quarter.
That was up over Stansfield, actually. Left side, Crum, another three, and another three-pointer made for Parker Crum. He's got on a 6-0 run himself for the Eagles. 14-10, that matches the biggest lead of the game. Shattuck with it. Looking for Nguyen. Went in the corner for Shattuck, covered by Porter. Takes a drive around the left side, goes hard to the bucket. Shot is up, count it, he's fouled.
Shattuck is a really, really strong athlete. That's the second time we've seen him take it to that left side of the basket and go right through the defender of Porter and just right up into his chest, get it off the glass. Just a little kiss right off the backboard.
Yeah, Micah Shattuck averages 5.5. He has 6, going for 7 with the free throw. Free throw's up, no good. Porter with the rebound. Porter picked up his first foul, as you mentioned. Left side. With it will be Stansfield. It's back to Crum. And it was actually Davis who checked in the game at the last. He's got the ball. On the left side now to Johnson. So a 1-2-2 or a 3-2. Left side, Johnson, oh, low pass, goes out of bounds. Turnover on Duchesne.
Yeah, it's really hard to try and catch it down at your ankles when you're waiting for it at your chest, and it's just unexpected.
Yeah, and going away. Just kind of one of those awkward angles. Full court pressure by Duchesne. Howder on the right side. Johnson slips the passing lane, picks it up. Back come the Eagles. Underneath, here's Davis, left side. Goes up over Henderson, gives. Porter with the offensive board up, no good. Howder with the rebound. Duchesne misses a couple opportunities.
It was a great rebound by Porter. I would have liked to see him just try to take one dribble and get to a better position, whereas he was just right under the backboard, and you can't really score from there.
Howder on the right side, back up to Henderson. Henderson drives, splits defenders, goes up, fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
It's an excellent take again. Still, it hasn't finished yet, but that time, a good take.
So you can see Henderson, just Stansfield holds the arm down. Henderson finishes as good as anybody that I've seen.
Yeah, and you can tell he's a strong athlete, but, you know, when you got somebody holding on to both your arms, it's hard to do anything at all. So,
first shot for Henderson is up and in. 3 points for Henderson. Cuts the lead to 2. Checking back in the game is Curl. He'll replace Shattuck. So the seniors gets a hand from Coach James Taylor. Again, Taylor started his career, his coaching career here at Cedar High School. Shot is up and in. So the lead, we're back to a tie. This is the 4th tie of the game. Right side, here's Johnson to Stansfield. Back up top to Davis. Davis drives, kicks over to Crum. Another three, and that one missed. Parker had caught the last two. Here's Porter with the rebound. Top of the key, Davis drives in. Right hand layup up, no good, but there's Porter knocked out of bounds by Curl.
It's a great job by Porter to get another offensive rebound, give his teammates a chance. He caught it and had all five Marshals right around him. Excellent decision to kick it out and give his teammates another chance at it.
Here's a pass in to Porter. He takes a shot to the face, makes the bucket anyway.
Yeah, finishing through contact right there was Porter.
Lead back to 2. That is the 4th lead change of the game. 16-14 Duchesne. Shot clock and the game clock about a 1.5 seconds difference. Howder with a beautiful rocker dribble. Right side for 3. No good. Rebound to Stansfield. He'll get it back to Davis. 18 seconds left. Shot clock off. Here's Crum. And back to Davis. Over to Stansfield. He'll take a long 3-point jumper. No good. And rebound to Rife. He's got 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Rife dribbles down, long 3-point bucket. That one's short, no good. And that's where the first quarter will end, with the Duchesne Eagles 16, Rockwell Marshals 14 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. Scott Langford, Ira Bowman, and the first quarter is in the books. And Ira, let's take a look at the stats real quick. Big thanks to Pepper Gale for these. And Duchesne shooting 38% from the field, 6 for 16, but 3 for 8 from three-point land, as compared to Rockwell, who is 0 for 3, but they are 6 from 10 inside the arc. So those are about really the only difference is 7 rebounds for Rockwell, 3 turnovers, and for the Duchesne Eagles, 9 rebounds, 3 turnovers.
Yeah, and for the Duchesne Eagles, part of that's been the offensive rebounding by Porter and the rest of them, and being able to get second chance points, and then paint points right there, like we see from Johnson, are going to be key moving forward as well. So
Johnson scores his first bucket. The lead goes to 4. 18-14. Back comes Rockwell. Howder with it on the left side. Howder inside to Henderson. Quick shot up and no good. Out of bounds. Luke Henderson a little bit frustrated. He is a sharp shooter and just a little off on that one.
Yeah, that was a really, really quick release off the catch. I probably would have liked to see him try and get something going in rhythm to the basket.
Davis straight ahead. 2-3 zone for Rockwell. Back over to Crum. Right side, Giles, who checked back in. That's Kaysen. Inside to Stansfield. He'll turn, shoot, score.
Excellent feed and an even better jump shot from the free throw line by Stansfield.
Yeah, 4-0 run by the Duchesne Eagles. 20-14 your score. Back comes Howder. Howder beautifully nifty move up with the left hand. What a fake pass.
Yeah, it fakes the handoff and then spins back to his left hand, goes right over the front of the rim for an excellent finish.
Smooth, yeah, smooth on the inside. Back comes Davis for Duchesne. That stops a 6-0 run. 4-0 run for Duchesne. Here's a steal. Henderson with it. Dribbles out of traffic. Gets back to Shattuck, who checked back in. Looking for Henderson. Can't find him. And there'll be a timeout quick for Taylor. We'll take it as well and be back on TeamHive.live, powered by Centracom and KSL Sports.
Dependable truck drivers like you have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. That's why they provide their drivers with state-of-the-art equipment, ongoing training, and reliable, courteous support. Barney Trucking is now hiring Class A CDL drivers with Double's endorsement to help address our exceptional growth throughout Utah. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. Coach Taylor wanted to talk about it. It'll be the ball for the Rockwell Marshals on the sideline. They're down 20-16 to the Duchesne Eagles. Again, the winner will take on the South Sevier Rams tomorrow morning at 11:10, I believe. Here's Rife up top to Howder. Howder double teamed by Duchesne to Shattuck. Knocked out of bounds by Crum.
It's just a good double team by Crum and Johnson, getting Shattuck up against that sideline, creating a third defender.
Yep. It's always trouble. That's a spot you don't want to end. Here we go. Howder with it, left side. Here comes double team. He'll dribble out of it. In the corner to Henderson. Henderson splits the defenders to Shattuck. Back out to Henderson. Quick fire three. Shots up, no good. Rebound to Crum. Crum will bring it ahead. Right side to Giles. Kaysen stripped away by Henderson. Henderson on the left side will go up and score it.
It was an excellent job from Henderson. Not just the poke away steal without fouling, but getting up fast in the front court and then slowing down right at the last second. That fast pace to just stop on a dime and finish over the top.
So after the 4-0 run by Duchesne, a 4-0 run by the Marshals, but there's a three in the corner for Giles.
Yeah, Giles has been playing well all year. I did a Duchesne game at the beginning of the year up at the preview in Richfield, and he had a great game off the bench for Duchesne against Kanab. Probably the biggest reason why Duchesne won that game.
Right side, Rife for the three. He knocks it himself. And so these two teams trading buckets in the second quarter.
Yeah, Rife, one of those two players we mentioned in the pregame that can hit about, well, averages about 2 made threes a game.
Davis with the ball, right side to Giles. Now a foul underneath. A little bit heavy-handed underneath the basket. So we'll see what the call is. I didn't see who the players will be. Luke Henderson with the foul, his first. Not a lot of fouls in this one.
Nope.
As I've only got 3 total fouls called, 2 on Rockwell and 1 on Duchesne. Pretty cleanly played game.
Yeah, and it's been very fun to watch, partly because of that reason. Both teams have been playing well, executing well on both offense and defense.
Davis with it, back up to Giles, back to Davis, inside to Porter. Porter turns. Good help on the defensive side. Davis left side, 3 again for Davis.
It's a great extra pass from Coulter Giles, not taking the shot himself, even though he had it, giving it up for his teammate in a bucket.
That follows the 3 by Kaysen Giles. Back comes Rockwell in the corner. Henderson, he has a 3-pointer, and that one no good. Rebound taken by Davis. It's a 5-point lead for the Duchesne Eagles. Stansfield kicks back up to Davis. He'll drive in, kick out to Giles. Kaysen shot up, no good. Rebound. Going to be intended for Howder, but then really smart play. I think with Stansfield held up Howder.
Yeah, and that allowed Giles, Coulter Giles, to run it down by the sideline and save it with his excellent quickness and hustle that he's been displaying today.
Here's Giles inside to Case. Giles, beautiful pass inside to Porter. He finishes. 6 points for Dallin Porter. 7-point lead. That is the biggest of the game for the Duchesne Eagles. Underneath to Rife, his 3 up and in. He's money.
Yeah, I saw him hit a couple yesterday that were just like that. He's open in that corner. It's money.
Timeout, 28-24 when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centracom, along with KSL Sports.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centracom.com to learn more.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Final consolation game of the afternoon. It's a good one. The Rockwell Marshals 24-28 for the Duchesne Eagles. And it's Duchesne with the ball. A lot of fun basketball coming up. We'll preview that in a moment. With the ball is Coulter Giles. Giles on the left side to Davis, covered by Curl. Now man-to-man defense for Rockwell, and that's just Dallin Porter time as he shoots, and no good. Go off the back of the support. It'll be a Rockwell ball.
This is a great drawn-up play by Coach Hoops. He ran Kaysen up to the front off of the screen. That's really a diversion, try and get him to look for the three, and at least Porter open. But it was really well defended by the Marshals.
Howder with the ball. He'll drive on the left side, goes up hard. Right hand, no good, tipped up. But going to be rebounded by Stansfield. He'll get it to Davis, quickly ahead to Giles. Inside to Porter. Porter takes the bump, back up to Stansfield. He shoots for three. That one's up, no good. Rebound to Henderson. Henderson comes back, down 4, 28-24. Shattuck with it. Looking for Howder. Comes to him, back to Curl. Curl on the left side. Long three for Curl. Up, no good. Rebound to Davis. I keep saying Kaysen, it's Kyson. So you got to correct me. Sorry to all the Gileses out there. Kyson with the ball. Drives on the baseline, covered by Rife. Underneath, Luke Henderson slips the lane, and he'll get the steal.
He did a great job. Rife. Yeah, great job jumping that passing lane on the baseline.
Rife, and then Kyson Giles turns the favor. 3-on-1 break up to Porter. Shot no good. Good defense by Shattuck.
It's a good look for Porter. He just put it up way too high off the backboard.
Here we go. Howder with it. Howder covered by Davis. Takes a screen from Henderson. Henderson will get the ball. Back up to Shattuck. To Henderson. Henderson thinks about a three. Drives hard to the bucket. Goes up. Nice defense by the Eagles. Rebound to Giles. Back to Coulter Giles. Shot up, no good. Rebound on the floor. Porter just muscles it up. Count it. He's fouled.
How about the hustle from Porter? That's about the fourth, I believe, offensive rebound that he's got this game, just from memory and counting. And that time he smacked it. It hit the bottom of the backboard. Went to his backside, and he turned around, grabbed it, and finished it. So that's just excellent hustle and ball location, and being able to grab that and put it in.
Porter has 8 points in the game. He can get 9. Right now the lead is 6. Biggest lead of the game is 7. And that free throw matches the biggest lead. Porter now with the 9.
Yeah, and the scoreboard up here says that he's got 7 rebounds as well. So doing everything right now for the Eagles.
Shattuck with it. In the corner. Rife back to Henderson. Rife looking for his screen. Covered by Crum. Back up to Henderson. Henderson drives in. Splits defenders over to Howder. Howder to Curl. Sets a nice steal screen. Shot up and no good. Rebound Henderson shot no good. Henderson will get a foul on Crum.
Henderson using his strong body to really box out there and get that offensive rebound both times. Got it twice.
Henderson's got a football body.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a very muscly kid. Maybe wrestling too. Underneath, there's Shattuck with it. Shattuck drives, cut off by Porter. Back up to Rife. Rife to Shattuck. 20 on the shot clock. 1:22 in the first half. It's Duchesne by 7. With the ball's Howder. Howder will kick back out to Curl. Curl drives in. No layup, no good. Rebound on the floor taken by Curl. He'll drive in, knocked down by Porter, however. Porter with a steal.
Good job by Curl getting that loose ball, but that pass has got to be a bounce pass if he wants to be able to get his teammate a bucket.
And then Rife with another steal. The junior, Kaysen Rife, has been spectacular. Here's Curl. Curl fakes. 14-foot jumper, good.
He did a great job pump faking. We've already seen him take a couple of threes. None of them have fallen, but that time got the defender in the air and put in the jumper.
There's a shot for, Giles drives in, left-hand layup, no good. There's another board for Dallin Porter. It'll be on the floor, and I think that's a second foul for Luke Henderson.
Yeah, Dallin Porter right now, if he keeps playing like this, he'll be well on his way to having a very high-numbered double-double.
Yeah, it could be. He needs 1 point and 1 rebound. 2 rebounds, according to the score clock. That's been known to be wrong. Here's Porter, stolen away by Henderson. Henderson ahead of the pack, tries to get it to Rife, does. Drive back to Howder. Howder drives in, and there'll be a foul on the Duchesne Eagles on the drive.
Yeah. Howder jab step, really got his defender moving, drove, and then the reach on the help side.
Preston Davis with the foul. Not a lot of, no foul trouble at all for Duchesne. You've got Crum and Porter with one. 2 apiece for Henderson and Shattuck. With the ball's curl, knocked down by Davis, but picked back up. 20 seconds left, shot clock off. Driving in is Howder, right side layup, no good. Comes off the rim, Porter with another board. 11 seconds left, Howder right side to Giles. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Giles right side to Johnson. Johnson, left-hand dribble in. He'll take a shot up, no good. Rebound curl. That's how the first half will come to an end with the Duchesne Eagles, the number 7 seed in the RPI, with a 5-point lead over the, which is 26 over the Rockwell Marshals. So we're here for our Jones Mill Engineering halftime, and we'll be back after this on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Bark is an app that helps families manage every aspect of their children's digital lives. Worried about your 12-year-old stumbling upon something harmful or inappropriate? With Bark, you can block sites and apps. Bark runs in the background, scanning your child's digital activities, and sends you an alert if it detects something you need to know about. While there are lots of options out there, Bark's approach to online safety is one of a kind. You've got this, and Bark's got your back.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, Sanpete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home.
Drive yours away this President's Day. Get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Speaking of champions right now, you're taking a look at the Duchesne Talons, the #1 drill team in the 2A classification, and they were spectacular. And I have a drill team house, and so my wife and my daughter is one of the advisors for her high school. And they were super impressed with this Duchesne team, but not only just how well they dance, which is fantastic, but also the quality of the young women. And so I know when Duchesne took home the gold, the Beaver High School drill team was absolutely supportive and happy for the Talons.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
You have these small communities that, you know, compete, but they also root for each other.
They certainly do, for the most part. Sometimes you have those rivalries where it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm rooting, but that one's a good one. So it's halftime. It's the Rockwell Marshals 31 and the Duchesne Eagles 31, Rockwell 26. I almost just flipped the script on that one. And Ira, the first half, I think close, and I thought well played. We talk about sometimes these games aren't exactly what we want them to be. So far, so good in this one.
Yeah, this one's been really cleanly played. There hasn't been a lot of foul calls, as you've been mentioning through that first half.
Yeah.
And it was played really well on the offense and defense for both teams. Rockwell started out in that 1-3-1, and it gave Duchesne a little bit of a question on what they needed to do specifically to really score the basketball. And then Parker Crum hit a couple of threes, and they really got going. And then Rockwell switched to that 2-3,
right.
And that was when Dallin Porter was able to really start getting boards and putting it up and getting buckets.
And talk to me a little bit about what you see on the stat chart. Big thanks to Pepper Gale for our stats, but what do you see?
Well, I just mentioned Dallin Porter. He's got 9 of the 19 total rebounds for Duchesne, 4 offensive, 5 defensive, and he's got 9 points as well. So just as many rebounds as points, and that's been a key because
almost that double-double, and that's hard to accomplish in a half.
Yeah, and that's been a really big key, those offensive rebounds, because the Duchesne Eagles have 8 turnovers versus the Rockwell's only 4 turnovers. So that's another part of this game being played really well, is because both teams have really low turnovers as in comparison to some of the other games that we've seen played here.
Yeah, no, really quite well done in that first half.
And then the other thing is Duchesne also has 9 assists, and right now it's been really well done by...
There, you got it?
Yeah, all right, yeah, there we go.
So Duchesne with 9 assists, Rockwell with 4.
Yeah.
Talk to me about field goal percentage for these two teams. Rockwell has struggled from downtown, I believe. I don't know the exact stats, but I think they've struggled.
Yeah, 9 of 22, 2 of 9, so 22%. And then, but they're 9 of 20 from 2-point land, so that's really what's been able to help them stay in this game, whether it was the fast break layups or open layups. There's been a couple of really good drives where they've been able to get right to the basket and finish without any help defense around. And then for the Duchesne Eagles, they're shooting a lot better from 3 at 5 of 12.
Right.
At 42%, and then 7 of 17 from 2, so 41%, and overall 41% from the field for the Eagles. And they've only taken 2 free throws, but made both of them. And whereas Rockwell has taken 3 free throws, but the makes are the same.
Yeah. Well, and you look at the shot chart, Ira. You know, we see this dynamic in high school basketball almost everywhere, but what you see is almost all the shots either point blank right at the rim or outside.
Yeah.
Duchesne loves the right side of the key. That's where almost all of the shots have come from. And for Rockwell, same exact dynamic, a little more variation of the threes outside, but it's either there or almost virtually at the bucket. And there's not a lot of that mid-range jumper that you know, I would like to see more of.
It's almost a lost art. Like we're looking at here for the Rockwell boys, there's this one made mid-range jumper out of the, looks like 2 that have been taken. And that was curls down there on the baseline off the pump fake. But that's not something that we see a lot in this modern game of basketball.
So outside the key, there's nothing until you get outside the arc.
Yeah, and then when you look at outside the arc, normally you'd see the three-pointers be a lot closer to the three-point line, but because we're at a college gymnasium with an extended college three-point line, it allows teams to play from that three-point line, spread out the defense just a little bit more. But when you do that, you're shooting deeper threes. Now, it's worked for a couple of teams, and the Duchesne Eagles right now with the 5 makes, it's working for them to be able to play from that deep. So when I'm looking at the shot chart, a lot of these threes are coming from way beyond the high school three-point line.
They certainly are. Let's run through our individual scoring. Leading all scorers was Dallin Porter, as you mentioned, with 9, 6 apiece for Parker Crum and Coulter Giles, 3 apiece for Kyson Giles and Preston Davis, Tanner Stansfield, and Jeshawn Johnson with 2 for Rockwell. 6 apiece for 3 players, Luke Henderson and Kason Reif and Micah Shattuck. 4 for Roman Howder, and then 2 apiece for Ethan Curl and Tony Nguyen. So we're taking our final break in the Jones Milling Journey halftime. We come back, we'll have second half action from the America First Event Center on the campus of Southern Utah University on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back, Scott Langford, Ira Bowman. Ira, talk to me about keys the second half for both teams.
Well, keys for both teams right now. The Marshals have to be able to find Dallin Porter on the glass and box him out. If that takes two Marshall defenders, or even when they're on offense, to find him and box him out, then they need to do that, because right now with the 9 rebounds, he has been the key for the Duchesne Eagles to be in the lead right now. And for the Marshals, Luke Henderson's got to get going. He's got 6 points right now and 3 rebounds. He's taken some good shots and he's taken some off-balance shots, but they're all uncharacteristic misses, long or short, and he's got to be able to get going for the Marshals if they want to be able to come back in this game.
Rife with the ball for Rockwell as they start second half action, down by 5. In the corner, Shattuck goes up the left hand, count it, he's fouled. That helps too, right?
Yeah, when you can get to the free throw line and score with the clock stopped, always a bonus.
And keys for the Duchesne Eagles, Ira.
Duchesne Eagles, they're going to need to keep Luke Henderson from being able to get going, because if they can do that, and if Dallin Porter's able to keep doing what he's doing along with Parker Crum getting going. He hit those 2 threes, but that's really about all he's done in that first half.
Full court press from the quarterback Crum, and it just, Johnson tried to drop it back for Coulter Giles, couldn't keep it, but there you see the quarterback throwing to a receiver. We saw that on the football field quite a bit.
And it almost worked out there.
It almost did. Johnson actually left it nicely. There was just a miscommunication. Here's Shattuck with it, back top to Curl. Curl covered by Giles, back to Henderson. Henderson covered by Johnson. Henderson drives in hard, goes the bucket, takes the bump, no good. Rebound strongly by Kyson Giles. Giles in the corner to Johnson. So the defense, a 2-3 matchup zone. Inside, they tried to help on Porter, and it works. Porter, though, too strong. He puts it back up and in.
Yep, another offensive rebound. He's got 10 rebounds, and now he's got 11 points. So a double-double within the first minute.
Lead back to 4. Here's Howder with it. Covered by Crum. Off the screen comes Rife. Covered tightly by Coulter Giles. Leaves it back to Shattuck. Shattuck missed that one. Back to Johnson, head of the pack, will go up and no good, but there's Porter with another rebound bucket.
That's just great play from Porter, not giving up on the fast break, thinking his teammate Johnson's going to make the open fast break layup, because sometimes they miss just like that.
6-point lead, 35-29. Howder with it, over to Rife. Rife knocked away by Giles. Rife gets it back, takes a tough screen from Shattuck. Rife way downtown, shot no good. Henderson with the board. Over to Rife. Rife fake, steps back, long 3 again. That one's short again, but Curl with the board. 2 offensive rebounds for Rockwell. Rockwell will hand off to Henderson. Luke resets, back over to Howder. Howder's been quiet. He'll drive on the right side. Shot is up and good.
And right as you mentioned, he goes right to the basket, finishes through contact. He had a really good first half, maybe not scoring, but he controlled the Rockwell Marshals offense. And he did a great job doing it.
1-2, 3-quarter court press. Here's Giles. What a nice take by Kyson Giles.
Yeah, great footwork without traveling. Took his 2 steps, got right to the basket.
So Curl will pick up the foul. His first personal foul. Really not a lot of foul trouble. Henderson does have 2. Other than that, not a lot going on. First free throw's up and good. Duchesne now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And it's 3 for 4 for Rockwell. Both these teams doing well from the charity stripe. Just a reminder, coming up semifinal action, it'll be the Beavers and the North Summit Braves. That ought to be a great game. Howder with it now, full court pressure by Coulter Giles. They'll pick up Henderson. Over to Rife. Back over to Howder. 5:25 left on the game clock. Third quarter action, 6-point lead for Duchesne. Rockwell with it though.
And Duchesne switching here to a 2-3 zone. They played a man mostly in that entire first half.
That one blocked by Giles. Rebound to Crum.
Perfect closeout without fouling.
Crum drives on the right side, takes a screen from Porter, no good. Rebound to Henderson. 2-on-3 break. Henderson drives hard, keeps going. Be knocked out of bounds off of the Duchesne Eagles.
Yeah, Henderson made both Duchesne defenders commit in transition, and he wanted to throw that skip pass to, I believe it was Rife in the corner, but it got smacked out of bounds. It was great transition defense.
There we go, Rife looking underneath. There's Howder, back up and in. Great reach back layup for Roman Howder. Lead back to 4, 37-33. Man-to-man for Rockwell. Over to Giles. Fakes a 3, back to Johnson. Straight up top to Porter. Back over to Coulter Giles. Ball loose on the floor behind the screen. Unable to pick it up, and it'll be out of bounds. That was just an odd possession for Coulter Giles.
Coulter Giles is normally really, really good at controlling the ball, and he just let it slip through his fingertips.
Yeah, there wasn't even any pressure.
No.
Here we go, Howder with it. Down by 4. Here's Rife. Rife steps back to Henderson. Man-to-man defense for Duchesne. Howder. Right side to Rife, looking in the corner for Henderson. Can't find him. Now does. Henderson has the angle on Johnson, goes up, contact, and a bucket for Luke Henderson.
Yeah, it looked like Luke Henderson might have been slapped on the wrist right there, but his jumper is able to go.
And there's Kyson Giles up and in. What a take on the left side.
Yeah, excellent job going to the basket, using his footwork, not traveled once again.
Howder covered by Giles. Underneath, a little bit too high for Curl. It was a great idea, just too high.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Right idea, not quite so good execution.
Stansfield checking the game, replacing Johnson. Stanfield, a junior. This is a very senior-laden team for Duchesne, with seniors Crum, Porter, Coulter Giles, and Davis, as well as Dylan Hughes. Crum with the ball, he'll levitate. What a shot by Parker Crum.
And you talk about Henderson having a quick trigger. Parker Crum with no hesitation on that long two-point jump shot.
And no space either.
Yeah.
He had a player right in his face. Here's David Henderson in the game. Now Luke with it. He'll drive in, contact, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line.
Henderson gets great levitation on his drives. When he jumps off of that left foot, he does a great job getting up into the air. He's just hasn't been able to finish yet.
Yeah.
And that's been a big reason why the Marshals haven't been able to take a lead here in the second half.
So I think Giles with the foul on that one. Henderson's first free throw up and in. He's now 3 for 3. And the lead cut to 5. You know, Duchesne got to this 5-6 point lead, and then that's where they've held. They've been unable to get past that 4-point mark.
Yeah.
And there it is, 4 again. Rockwell led by 2 in the first quarter, but after that it's been Duchesne. Duchesne is led by as many as 7, and a timeout. We'll take it as well, 41-37 on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Are you or a loved one experiencing a mental health crisis? Let us help. Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital offers no-cost mental health assessments, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your mental health care. Insist on Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital for instant care. Call us today to speak with one of our highly trained mental health professionals. Call 801-852-2273, or for more information, visit aspengrovehospital.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
4-point lead for the Duchesne Eagles, 3:09 left in the third. This is your 6-7 matchup on the Consolation side of the bracket. The winner of this one will take on the South Severe Rams tomorrow morning at 11:10 for 5th place. With the ball is Crum. Double team. Crum splits it. Goes up. Acrobatic shot up. No good. Tipped out by Henderson. Rebound will be taken by Reif. Back comes the Marshals. Down 4. Left side to Howder. No win. Steps back in. Kicks back to Curl. Curl, a member of the All Shoe Club. He's got the lime green shoes. Over to Henderson. Henderson drives on the baseline. Good defense by Stansfield. Henderson underneath to Howder. Howder creates a space. Back to Henderson. Again, Stansfield knocks the ball away, and it'll be picked up by Crum. He'll get it over to Giles.
Excellent job by Crum getting on the floor and then not traveling with it. A lot of the times you see players get on the floor and roll with it. Crum that time sat down, grabbed it, and then threw it to Giles.
Dribble. He dribbled while he was on the ground. Here we go, Kyson Giles with it. He'll drive, and a foul to Reif before the bucket. For Reif, I think that is only foul. I had him at first, and I was right. I always hesitate because I always mess up the fouls, but I was right that time.
Fouls are a little bit hard to keep track of sometimes.
2 team fouls for each. Right now it's a 4-point lead. Duchesne with the ball. Rockwell unable to get over this 4-point margin. Here's Crum up for 3, no good. Rebound to Howder. Marshals have come up empty on their last 2 possessions. Here's Howder, right side to Reif. Reif, long 3-pointer up, no good. Rebound to Crum and a foul to Nguyen.
Yep. Great rebound from Crum. Getting that doesn't allow an offensive rebound. Right, that might actually be a good foul by Nguyen because a long rebound is the first pass to the defense's fast break into offense, and so that foul allows Rockwell to set up their defense.
Giles with the right-hand dribble, looking underneath for Stansfield. Can't find him, has Porter. Porter back up top, left swing to Crum. Crum drives hard to the bucket, loses his footing, and steps out of bounds. That was just an unfortunate event. And Crum points down and says there's a wet spot on the floor. So yeah, the official will take a look at that.
Jump stopped and just slipped. Both feet went right out from under him. Somebody pulled the rug.
So I figured they'd wipe the floor. They did not. So they'll leave it alone. Again, a 4-point lead. So Marshall's now at 3 times unable to score, down 4. Davis with the full court pressure on Howder. Howder, well, might have drugged the pivot foot. No call. They could have called a foul as well. Howder with it. Over to Nguyen. They'll drive over to Henderson. Henderson right side, quick 3, up and in. Luke Henderson, his first 3-pointer of the game, brings the Marshals within 1.
Well, Henderson's been getting to the basket and shooting free throws. As a shooter, when you shoot those free throws, you can really get your jump shot going. Henderson able to hit that one in rhythm.
Davis with the ball for Duchesne, over to Crum. Crum takes a screen from Porter, switch off to Shattuck. Here's Kyson Giles, shot up. No good, rebound to Curl. Marshals can take the lead, down 1, 41-40, 45 left in this 3rd quarter. There's a 3 by Luke Henderson, shot no good. Porter, he'll be off of Shattuck. Duchesne ball, 39.8 left.
And Duchesne got a little lucky there. They left Henderson wide open in transition.
Yeah.
But as he shot that, he faded a little bit to his left as his momentum was going. And the shot came off just a little bit left.
Howder out, as is Parker Crum for Duchesne. Davis, Johnson. Number 13 in the game is Claiborne. That's Rhett. He'll drive in. Stop, kicks back in the corner to Porter. Porter drives in, turns into Shattuck. Shot up and in. Nicely done for Dallin Porter.
And Dallin Porter hesitated on the baseline, thought about shooting it, patiently drives and finishes.
Shot clock off, 11 seconds. Here's Reif. Reif will step back, 7 seconds. He'll step back to half court, looks and sees the shot clock. Will drive in, splits the defenders, left-hand shot up, no good. And win at the bucket, no good as well. That's how we end the 3rd quarter play. Great game here from the America First Event Center. It is Duchesne 43, Rockwell 40 on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
3 down, 1 to go. Ira Bowman, tell me what you see in the stats. Big thanks to Pepper Gill.
Well, the Eagles right now of Duchesne still shooting efficiently from the field. They haven't made a 3, but they've only taken 2 of them in this half, or in that third quarter. 5 of 14 when they were 5 of 12 at halftime. And rebounds, they've got 24 by the looks of it, when Dallin Porter with 11 of those 24. So he's still dominating down there in the post. We saw him right there at the end of the quarter get a bucket, and he leads all scorers with 15 points.
Talk to me real quick about field goal percentage turnover on Duchesne to start the fourth quarter.
Speaking of which, Duchesne has 12 turnovers now with that one. And field goal percentage 43%, 17 of 44. Duchesne 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And for Rockwell, they are 39% from the field, 16 of 41, 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 7 turnovers.
So the teams trade turnovers to start this fourth quarter, and Coulter Giles just knocked the ball away from Howder. Howder took a little stutter step as he picked up the ball. Turnover. So we're back 43-40. It's like we start the fourth quarter all over again, just 30 seconds gone. Left side here is, that is Claiborne, I believe. Porter, Johnson. Man-to-man defense for Rockwell. To Giles. Giles covered by Howder. Over to Claiborne. Claiborne drives hard to the bucket. A bump from Shattuck, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, excellent drive. Came right around the Johnson screen, and the hesitation. He didn't really pump fake, but he just hesitated for a second, got the defender to step up, and that right-hand drive opened up, took it all the way to the basket and getting fouled.
Yeah, Claiborne, the only underclassman to play in the game so far. It's all juniors and seniors for Duchesne, and he marks his first point of the game. 3 bench points for the Duchesne Eagles with that free throw. And for Rockwell, only 2 bench points. So it looks like they'll bring Parker Crum in for the shooter. So he'll take a break and wait. Just a reminder, coming up, Beavers, North Summit Braves semifinal action on the girls' side of the bracket. Following that, it'll be APA Draper, Kanab in the second semifinal, and that will set up the boys' finals. And we'll talk about those in a minute. Here's Reif with the ball for Rockwell. Down 4, 44-40. That's been kind of the consistent lead all game long. Can the win cut into it? He cannot. There's a rebound to the Duchesne Eagles. Giles underneath to Porter. Good defense by Reif, but Porter too big, too strong. He scores it. And then a pass goes back into Stansfield. And just like that, Claiborne with the steal.
That was just excellent job by Claiborne. Sitting there waiting, and I didn't see who inbounded that pass, but they were not paying attention and didn't know where the Duchesne Eagle was.
With the ball across court just to Howder. Howder kicks back over to Reif. Reif steps back 3. College 3, no good. Rebound to Porter. Foul to Micah Shattuck. For Shattuck, that'll be foul number 3, I believe.
Yeah, that three-pointer by Reif is one thing that I think is affected by this college three-point line, like we talked about at halftime, because he's in a normal game, when he catches that at the three-point line, he can pump fake and take one dribble inside and then step back, whereas when he's already behind it by at least a foot and then takes a step back, he's taking a step back from behind the college three-point line, and the distance was too much on that one as the shot was short.
Well, he had 5 three-pointers yesterday, so just having a rough outing for a minute. Reif with the rebound and a foul to Duchesne. The lead is 8. That is the biggest of the game. Who was that on?
I didn't catch it.
I didn't either, so we'll have to just keep an eye on that. 1 team foul on the Eagles. We're 6 minutes left in the basketball game. 48-40, Duchesne by 8. Duchesne's starting to pull away. Here's Howder. He'll pick it up. 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound to Porter. Duchesne did a good job of keeping Rockwell out of an offensive rhythm.
Yeah.
Claiborne with it, will hand off to Johnson. Johnson covered by Howder. Right side to Giles. Coulter to Crum. Crum, long three-point jumpers up, no good. Rebound to David Henderson.
It's the second time Parker Crum has taken the exact same shot off of that play, both times coming up with the same result.
Howder splits the defenders, goes up, blocked by Porter, but a foul with the body. And Roman Howder will go to the line shooting 2. First free throws of the game for Howder. Howder with 8 points in the game. Dallin Porter only his second personal foul. No real foul troubles for the Duchesne Eagles. Howder's free throws up and no good. Rolls off the left side. On the boys' side of the bracket tonight, you have got American Prep West Valley and Enterprise. That'll be our nightcap. Before that, you'll have the North Summit Braves and the Kanab Cowboys. Ought to be a great game.
Both of them.
Parker Crum with it. His team has the 8-point lead, 5 minutes left. Duchesne burning a little time. With the ball is Claiborne. He'll drive on the baseline, goes up with the layup, shot no good. Rebound, David Henderson.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of space for that drive there. Dallin Porter had post position, and it didn't create much of a driving lane for Claiborne.
How about the quickness of Coulter Giles? He knocks that ball loose. He's got a lot of deflections in this one.
And that's been a big key as to why the Rockwell offense hasn't been able to get going.
Here's
like
Howder driving in, layup up and in.
Speaking of getting going, Howder's getting going here in the second half.
6 points in the second, 4 in the first. He's got 10. Underneath to Claiborne and a foul to Luke Henderson. That'll be foul number 3 for the junior.
Yeah, Henderson just got his arm wrapped around the ball in both hands right there.
Claiborne with 3 bench points for the Duchesne Eagles. He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Claiborne's first free throw looks good, is good. 4 points for Claiborne. Here comes the second free throw. Counts up and in as well. 5 points. The lead back to 8. 4:34 left in the game. Roman Howder with it. Howder left side to Henderson. Back to Howder. Over to Curl. Curl thinks about a long 3. Up top to Howder. His shot from 3 up, no good. Rebound to, it's going to end up with David Henderson. There's Luke Henderson with it. Will drive in, foul on the floor. It'll be ball to the Rockwell Marshals.
It's a great take on a broken play on an offensive rebound by Luke Henderson, going right to the rim when nobody was down there.
And I'm not sure who knocked that away. Someone knocked it out of the hand. Duchesne had the rebound.
Yeah, it was Coulter Giles who had the rebound, and I couldn't quite tell who it was that took it away from him.
We'll see how that scored, if it's a rebound and a turnover or just a rebound. Rife with the ball. Struggling to find there Shattuck. Shattuck will go in over Porter. Left hand up and in.
Yeah, Shattuck did a really good job taking one power dribble just to move Porter off of his spot a little bit, and then excellent finish with the left hand kissing it off the glass.
Micah Shattuck doubled up his season average. He averages 5.5, now has 11. 2 players in double figures. Actually, 3 players for Rockwell. Here's Coulter Giles. With a 6-point lead, kicks out to Crum. Crum for 3, and it's up, no good. Rebound to Shattuck.
Yeah, the Duchesne Eagles are really struggling from 3 in this half.
On the right side, Rife in the corner. Here's David Henderson for 3. Shot is up, no good. Rebound to Porter. Shattuck, that's a little dangerous with 4 fouls.
Yeah, a little bit of hand fighting there on that rebound between Shattuck and Porter.
Timeout for Duchesne. We'll take it as well. 50-44 when we come back on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Dependable truck drivers like you have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. That's why they provide their drivers with state-of-the-art equipment, ongoing training, and reliable, courteous support. Barney Trucking is now hiring Class A CDL drivers with doubles endorsement to help address our exceptional growth throughout Utah. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
6-point lead for the Duchesne Eagles, 50-44, 3:25 left. And Duchesne looking to notch their invitation to the 5th place game tomorrow morning at 11:10. Johnson with it. Over to Claiborne, top of the key to Giles. Coulter, the right side to Crum. We haven't seen Kyson Giles much the last while. Here's Henderson, shot up, and Crum just takes it over the freshman.
That's a great job from Crum, finishing over the top through contact. He hasn't done a lot in the second half scoring-wise, but that time he's extended the Duchesne Eagles lead.
Curl over to Henderson. Henderson drives in, kicks back up to Howder. Howder drives out to Henderson. 4-3, shot short, no good. Howder with the rebound, shot up, no good, but he will go to the free throw line.
Looks like he got bumped from behind. I couldn't tell who it was, but he leaned forward, and when he was leaning just a little bit, looks like he got pushed.
So Howder will shoot 2. He was 0 for 2 in his last attempt. Maybe he should step back to the three-point line. He's a very good shooter from outside, but no threes in this game. Free throws up and good. Through 3 quarters, 5 for 6. They're now 6 for 9. Coming up, second semifinal action between the Beaver Beavers and the North Summit Braves. That ought to be a great game. Shot's good. So stay tuned on TeamHive.live and KSL Sports. With the ball, Crum, right side to Coulter Giles. His shot, acrobatic, up and in. He's fouled. Wow, what a shot by Coulter Giles.
If you want a perfect play or example of how to break a press, that was it.
Okay, we're going to see a replay on this one. Check out this finish. Ooh, and Howder in a lot of pain. Let's take a look at this finish. Nice slowdown. Here's a hard take. And Giles goes up. And they cut. Okay. He said the TriCaster's glitching a little bit, so that was not slow motion. I thought the money man had just done a lot of slow motion. He said the replay's glitching just a bit, but Roman Howder out of the game, and he's not putting any weight on that left ankle. Before that cut, it looked like he definitely had a significant injury to that left leg. We want to wish him the best. He has been a treat to watch in this postseason.
He's played very, very well today, really controlling the Rockwell's Marshals offense just from start to finish, and on both sides playing very well.
I wish we could see that replay, because Coulter Giles' finish was unbelievable, and what a highlight. You're going to want to go back and watch that one again. Biggest lead of the game is now 9. 55-46, Rockwell with the ball, 2:37 left. And that highlight reel play by Coulter Giles might seal it for the Duchesne Eagles. But here's Luke Henderson. He'll step back, no good, gets his own rebound, back up and in.
It's a great crossover from Henderson, but he faded a little bit away, and that might have been why the ball came short.
15 points. There's Dallin Porter with a beautiful fast break on the made bucket by the Duchesne Eagles.
Rockwell electing to press, and it's not having the effect they want it to. The Duchesne Eagles are executing a press break.
How about Luke Henderson? He turns, pivots, shoots, scores, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
That is a really, really difficult shot, but perfectly done by an excellent athlete.
We'll take a break. 57-50, Rockwell making a late charge on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Welcome back, Scott Langford, Ira Bowman, and it's 57-50. Rockwell down by 7, and of concern is Roman Howder with the injury, and he immediately left the arena. We want to wish him the very best.
Yeah, Howder came into this tournament averaging just over 15 points a game, just over 6 rebounds, and just over 6 assists per game.
Yeah.
And he's played excellent today. He's a little bit of a bigger point guard for two-way, but he has done an excellent job controlling the pace, getting his teammates the ball in the right spots, and has taken good shots. I believe he went out with 12 points. Has played an excellent game, and it was a really big joy to watch, but an unfortunate landing on his ankle.
Henderson knocks the lead down to 6. Here's Duchesne with the ball. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 57-51 with the ball is Davis. Tries again to Crum. Crum shot up and a money shot for Parker Crum.
Making something out of nothing was Parker Crum on that one. Difficult fadeaway.
12 points for Crum. Here's Henderson. He'll drive in, takes a floater, and that one's up and in. Another difficult take. We're starting to see a show here late in the fourth.
Yeah, a lot of tough shots being made here, and it's been a really, really fun game to watch.
Davis with it. Covered by Curl. 1:30 left in the game. It's a 6-point lead. There's Porter. Back up top to Crum. Crum fakes a shot. 3-pointer for Davis, up, and the dagger shot does it for the Duchesne Eagles.
Yeah, that'll extend the Eagles' lead. Johnson was open under the basket for a wide open layup, but it pays off. You get 3 points instead of 2 on that one, with Davis cashing in that one.
Yep, 9-point lead match, the biggest game, but then a foul. Luke Henderson goes to the line. That foul on the Duchesne Eagles.
Yeah, Davis just reached his hand out a little bit on Henderson's hip, and they'll call that one almost every time.
Almost. Henderson from the line is now, I've got him 5 for 5. Shot for Henderson's up and no good. They'll have another. Checking in the game will be David Henderson. Tony Nguyen gets a break, as does Davis. Coach Giles back in the game, along with number 5, which is Dylan Hughes, the senior for the Duchesne Eagles. Checking out will be Claiborne, and as I mentioned, number 4, Davis. Second free throw coming for Henderson. Henderson shot up and no good as well. Ball's loose. Porter with the rebound. He'll get up to Coulter Giles, and a foul to Rife. So that'll put Coulter Giles to the line shooting 2.
It's a great catch from Giles. Caught it, secured it, and Rife reached on him. So another good job from Coulter Giles being able to hold the ball and not turn it over.
Yeah, Coulter is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. We're down to 1:08 left in the game.
Are you going to jinx Giles like you did Henderson on the last one?
Robert says he does not believe in the jinx. I do. And there's Giles, who proves Robert right, not me that time. He's 3 for 3 in the game, which means he has to miss this one. I'm not sure he will.
He's pretty calm.
He's got a good shot. Shot is up and no good. He goes 3 for 4. Here comes Luke Henderson. Minute left in the game. Henderson to the top of the key, drives in, and shot no good. Porter with the rebound.
Yeah, he gets it up super, super quick. Maybe a little too quick, because he's throwing it up, not really sure exactly where he's putting it. And when you're going to the rim that fast, you need to know right where you're going to put it so you can get it in the basket.
Yeah, but I think Porter there to bother as well. But I think, with down by 10, I think you got to make stuff quick. And I don't mind the shot, and but Henderson, couldn't finish that one. Here's Porter with another free throw, the lead to 11.
Yeah, that was Great defense by Porter down there on that. So credit to him for that one, and credit to him for having a great game. 19 points and 16 rebounds is what the scoreboard has him with.
I have the same. Here's Porter's second free throws up, and good as well. Biggest lead of the game, 11. Back comes Rife for the Rockwell Marshals. They'll take the screen from Shattuck. Long three-pointer up and no good. Rebound to Nguyen, and he puts it back up and in. Timeout on the floor. We'll take our final timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Bark is an app that helps families manage every aspect of their children's digital lives. Worried about your 12-year-old stumbling upon something harmful or inappropriate? With Bark, you can block sites and apps. Bark runs in the background, scanning your child's digital activities, and sends you an alert if it detects something you need to know about. While there are lots of options out there, Bark's approach to online safety is one of a kind. You've got this, and Bark's got your back.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. Scott Langford, Ira Bowman. 45 seconds left. The Duchesne Eagles will play the South Severe Rams tomorrow for 5th place in the tournament. And that's nothing to be ashamed of.
And that's actually going to be a really good matchup.
Here we go. Johnson with it. He'll be fouled by Curl immediately. And Nguyen quickly up off the bench. We haven't seen Howder back in yet. He's being worked on back in the team room. So Johnson goes to the line. No free throws yet in the game for Johnson. He's got 2 points. Bucket in the second quarter.
Yeah, Johnson, you said only 2 points, but he's played really, really good defense this afternoon.
Free throw up, no good. So it'll be David Henderson out for Rockwell. Back in, as I mentioned, Nguyen. Second free throw for Johnson is good. 3 points for the junior. Back comes Rockwell, 40 seconds left. There's Rive, he'll drive in, over. Porter up, no good. Rebound to Crum. And Crum will have it. Crum keeps it, Nguyen. Crum's just getting out of the way, avoiding the fouls. And now looking for the steal, and he'll throw the ball over. That's saved by Coulter Giles underneath to Johnson. Johnson, shot, nope, travel first.
Yep. Caught it with the pivot foot and then moved both feet at the exact same time.
Had he not traveled, I think it would have been the 5th foul on Micah Shattuck.
Yeah.
17 seconds. Here comes Luke Henderson. Henderson splits the defenders with a low dribble, loses it though, and it's Parker Crum. Crum holds up, back over, on the right side, Coulter Giles. 4 seconds. Here's Parker Crum, and he'll hold for the 1 second, and that'll do it. 66-55. The Duchesne Eagles will play for 5th place tomorrow morning at 11:10 against the South Severe Rams. We'll take a short break and be back with final stats and scoring summaries on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, San Pete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. It's time for the Sunrise Engineering postgame. The Duchesne Eagles head to the 5th place game, taking on the Sassafras Rams. They defeat the Rockwell Marshals 66-55. Just a real quick stat summary. Again, appreciate Pepper Gale providing the stats. Talk to me real quick about what you see.
Well, first, Dallin Porter, 21 points, 16 rebounds. Those 16 was 16 of a 31 total rebounds.
Yeah, so 21-16. That's a big double-double.
Yeah, and he almost had a double-double at halftime like we talked about, but that 16 is more than, well, that's just barely over half the total rebounds of the entire team from Porter. So that was really solid. 7 offensive team rebounds, 24 defensive rebounds for the Eagles, and finished with 12 assists and 14 turnovers. So just under 1 assist to turnover ratio, but that's pretty good ball control from the Eagles. 14 turnovers is not a lot, but you still want to see that lower. And shooting percentage for the Eagles, they shot, we mentioned we had 5 made threes for 12 free throw attempts at halftime. They have 6, so they only made 1 at half, 35%, and then 24 of 51 from the field for 47% on the game, and 80% from the free throw line, 12 of 15.
Pretty good shooting overall.
Yeah, and it's the same for the Rockwell Marshals, except for the three-point shooting. 3 of 21, 14%, and then 22 of 56 for 39%, but 8 of 13 from the free throw line, 62%. So not overall great, but 54% from inside the three-point arc is pretty solid.
Held their own rebound-wise, only 2 difference between the 2 teams.
Yeah, 29 to 31.
Dallin Porter leads all scorers with 21. 12 for Parker Crum, 11 for Coulter Giles, 6 for Preston Davis, 5 for Rhett Claiborne off